are here today to discuss homework. On my right is the proposition, and they are anti-homework. They are in favor of banning homework. So we have proposition, and then we also have additional proposition team members. Our speakers are going to be Amelia will be first, Taylor will be second, Brooke will be third. On the other side is opposition. They think homework has some benefits. Our first speaker will be Olivia, who will be first. Emily will be second. Isaac will be third. They're going to tell you why we should keep homework. The additional team members who helped them prepare were Morgan, who served as team leader, and Aiden, who's back there just helping out and got research ready. So without any further ado, our first speaker is Amelia, and she's going to tell us why homework should be banned.
My name is Amelia, and I am the first speaker for our proposition. Our first argument is that kids are so tired from school, why should they go home and work even more? For example, what kid do you know who comes home and homework is the first thing they do? After school, kids are tired of school and don't want to do more. It is just the same with adults. A working person who worked all day doesn't want to come home and do more work. 2 out of 6 kids come home to do homework right away. Our second argument is that if you understand the work at school, why come home and do it again? But if you don't understand the work at school, how will you understand it anymore at home? Our third argument is that homework isn't beneficial. It isn't proven to make kids smarter, and it is just another reason to lower a kid's grade if they don't do the homework. There is no actual proven research that shows that homework makes kids smarter. Yes.
We looked up research, and according to certain schools, that the percentiles of the students that benefit from homework is above 10%. Always.
Well, that's not every student. Just because 1 or 5 out of 10 students do their homework, it doesn't mean that the 5 students who didn't do their homework, their IQs won't go up any higher, and that's only 10%. That isn't that much compared to the 90% of kids that don't get any smarter. And so this is why we think proposition thinks homework shouldn't be given out by teachers.
My name is Olivia, and I'm first speaker for the opposition. For their first argument was that they said kids are already tired after school. But I disagree, because not everybody is tired of school. Some kids like to go to school, and they have fun learning there. They also said that we understand their work at school, why go home and redo it? But I disagree, because not all kids understand what they're doing at school. Some kids have to do it again at home to understand more. Their third argument was that there's no benefit. But we disagree, because, yes.
If you don't understand homework at school, how are you supposed to go home and do it by yourself with no teacher to help you?
Well, usually, you have your parents who could help you, and your home links. They did explain it at the top of the page, and it explains how to do it. As I was saying, they said that there was no benefit, but I disagree, because kids who didn't really understand it and then do the homework at home may understand it more than they did before they did the homework. Yes?
It is not likely that the children will understand it, though, because, yes, they do have their parents with them, but they do not have a teacher or something with a degree standing right beside them helping them.
If the student really doesn't understand, they can just ask for the teachers help at school. Our first argument was that in high school you need to build up the skill of studying for later use. Our reasoning is that in high school it would be hard to start doing homework if you aren't used to doing it in middle school and elementary school. Our evidence is that homework reinforces learning skills and concepts taught in the classroom. Our second argument is that when students have to get projects done, they don't have to do it at home because teachers cannot assign it. If students have to do a diagram, they may not have to do it at home, but teachers cannot make them. They may need help from their parents, but they don't have to, then they might do poorly. Our third argument is that students need to study. They need to study for tests in order to get a good grade. In 5th grade, we had to take a state's test, and almost all the kids that did not study suffered. Also, if you do not study in science, you will get bad grades. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Taylor Freeman, and I'm from the proposition team. They said you need to do homework you need to do your projects at school and at home as well. But I disagree because if you're the kids should have to monitor that themselves. So they said that we should have to teachers can't assign it. Well, they can assign it, and also the students should be responsible students and monitor what they need to do at home on their own time and what they need to do at school. And they should also monitor themselves. Yes.
If I understand, how can teachers assign certain projects?
They don't have to assign homework. The children should monitor that themselves, being responsible students, and that's a very strong point to bring up at school, which is being responsible and doing what you need to do at home and at school, even if it is a band assignment. They said that not everyone is tired. That is true, and some kids do have fun. That is a very strong point, and I understand it very well. But kids are tired, and that's not something that should be happening. School is a place where you should have fun and you should learn. That's the whole point of school. But most teachers aren't making it fun, aren't making it interesting, or aren't making it hard. Most of them are, but some aren't. And there are those few teachers that just don't, and that makes it very hard for the students. We said that never mind. There is no benefit, but there isn't. They said there is a benefit. There is no benefit. If only 10% of students at some school are benefiting from this, there's not truly a true benefit. That's 10%. That's not a whole lot. My first argument is kids are tired. I can count the number of times on one hand that I've slept on a decent time since I've started middle school. Yes.
If some kids benefit, isn't that better than none though?
If some kids benefit, yes, that is true. But it's not a very big number. If you came up here and said it was 75%, I would say, well, we just lost. But you're saying 10%, and that's not really. That's maybe like if it's a 800 kid school, that's not a lot of kids. I've been stressed for many reasons, typically homework. I don't really ever sleep at night. Our second argument is if you understand it at school, why do it at home? I don't want to go home and just go home and do my homework. It's not fun. It's just something else I have to do that I'm not really spending my time on. I am that one person that goes home and does their homework right away. But when I study, I can't focus. My science, I don't focus when I study it. my mom sits there and she helps me, but I don't. It just doesn't stick. I'm just so like tired and just ready to like quit. But I could be doing beneficial things instead of resting for the next day. Beneficial, resting, playing outside, getting exercise, doing what I need to be doing, not sitting there doing homework. Our third argument is that it is not beneficial. When I said that, yeah, okay, kids can be doing beneficial things. Homework is not one of them. I don't benefit from homework. It does not help me. And it doesn't benefit most. I can count the number of times it's benefited me. And it's probably been about 5. And that is all, and this is why homework should be banned from school.
You can either stand up there or go in the middle, whatever you want to do.
I am Emily, and I am for opposition. They say kids are tired and they don't want to do their homework right away, but not all kids do their homework right away. Like I don't do my homework right away. I wait a little bit, after dinner when I'm all rested.
If you just spent 7 hours in school working hard, why would you have to come home and spend 1 or 2 more hours doing non-beneficial things?
Well, sometimes the homework is beneficial, Taylor said about, or one of you said about project being monitored. Well, not all the time. You can't always monitor the project. Sometimes you have to do it at home. There's a project due tomorrow.
You said a lot of you do your homework after dinner, but a lot of kids who have sports have dinner extra late, me included. So if I did my homework after dinner, I would be doing my homework around 9 o'clock, and that's when I should be asleep.
Well, not all homework takes forever, so most kids, it's kind of it should be fairly easy to find out time to fit the homework in, because most homework should take at least 5 to 15 minutes to do.
Studies conducted show that students are spending, you just said the 10 to 15 minutes. Most kids aren't spending that. They're spending 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 3 hours. They're doing way more than they should be doing.
Well, then, if they're taking way too long with their homework and they're trying to fit in other things, they should probably if you have that problem, you should probably talk to your teacher and say, shouldn't be taking me this long, can I get help? They also said it takes time away. It also goes with what you were saying. It's all about finding a good time to put it in.
Yes. If you have to pack in homework to fit your busy schedule, you aren't going to try your hardest on homework because you're going to be super busy with everything else.
Well, again, but some kids have resources. Not all of them, I know that. But if you feel like you don't have enough time to do the amount of homework, you should talk to your teacher and ask, hey, I don't have enough time to get this done. May I have some other time to do it?
You don't have to take it if you don't want. You can, whenever you're.
No, at this time. They also say there's no benefit, but sometimes there actually is benefit. When I was doing the States, because last year, I had to study because the first time I took the test, I did not study, and I only knew 5 of the states, and it was really affecting my grade. But when I took 5, yes.
If you study, that isn't homework. It's on your own time so that you personally can get a good grade, not assigned from a teacher.
Well, some teachers assign studying time. You need to study these so you're ready. Because Mrs. Smith, the science teacher, does that, and she says it helps you a lot if you would study that, and it's almost assigned. And she knows when you don't study half the time. She knows. Our first argument was with the high school. If you're really if you go through middle school, no homework, nothing at all. When you hit high school and college, you're gonna have to do homework, and you're just gonna be what am I doing? This is really stressful. It's gonna be even more stressful than it is now.
Most kids going up through their school years now, minus 6th, 5th, and 6th grade, will have an even balance. They'll start with pretty much no homework, kindergarten, and as they work their way up to high school, they will slowly get more and more homework, and more than they should be getting.
Well, with more than they should be getting, sometimes sometimes if you get a lot of homework, it actually teaches you how to space things out. You need to schedule times to be doing your homework. Our second argument was when students have to get projects done. Yeah, sometimes students will assign projects, and sometimes the projects are fun to do. Sometimes homework is fun when they assign hey, make a poster, make a short poster. That could be fun and actual activities you could do. It shows creativity if you design a poster. And our third argument was students need to study, as I said, in science and social studies and all those the other years. It really helps to study. Also in science last year, you had to study the skeleton, and that was really difficult for some kids. But if they and then some of them went home and actually studied, they got much better grades on their test.
Time.
And that is all I have.
We might run a few minutes over, just 2 or 3 minutes. I'll write you guys passes. The period 3 will be okay.
I am Brooke, and I am the third speaker for the proposition team. Opposition said that you need to do homework in middle school so you're ready in high school when they do assign homework. But since it is a district, the teachers would know that you didn't get homework and they would go easy on you, and that would be good because then you have time to do other stuff. They also said that projects won't be finished in school, but lots of kids have resource and they can finish it. And if they work hard enough and they don't goof around, they can finish it in school. Some teachers give time to do homework in class, so that is good, so then they don't have any homework and they don't have to clog up their time after school. Their third argument was that students need to study, and that isn't homework. If they want to study, they can, because that is their choice, because they want to get a good grade. Proposition's first argument is it takes away time from other things important like exercise and physical activity. You're supposed to get 60 minutes a day, and if you just work 7 hours in school and then 1 or 2 hours on homework, do you really want to go outside for an hour and play? That would really be tiring. Our second argument is if you understand it at school, why do you have to do homework at home? And if you don't understand it at school, how are you supposed to do it at home with no teacher to help you? Our third argument is kids have to stay up late doing homework, and then they won't be focused the next day in school if they have to do homework for 1 or 2 hours and it goes into the time where they're supposed to be asleep. That if they didn't have homework, they would be able to go to bed at a decent time, and then they would be more focused in school the next day. That is why proposition has won.
Isaac, first of all, Brooke said that students can prioritize if they focus at school, that they can just get all the homework done at school. First of all, if homework was banned, they wouldn't have to do it at school. And if they can focus and do it at school, why is that any different at home? Also, they said that we need to play 60 hours a day. If you're at school for a long time and then you have to do homework, that's going to be very tiring. But I highly doubt that even during summer vacation where we have no school, that kids are actually playing 60 minutes a day. Yes?
My siblings, and myself included, will usually go outside and play for at least 60 minutes a day in the summer. Every day. Almost every day.
Also, though,
That's okay.
and also they said that if you can do it at home, that students will not be able to do it at home because they have sports and extracurricular activities. But that's all they are, extracurricular. So if you don't have the ability to prioritize your school life and your homework that you need to be doing, then you shouldn't do these extracurricular activities because they're just extra. There's nothing that's needed. Also, they're saying that sports that kids do that do sports don't have enough time to do homework and they're not getting stuff done. Half the kids that get scholarships, more than half of them get scholarships because of their grades, not because of what they've done as a kid in sports. So really, this stuff is just extra that is not really needed. And and for our own points. Also, first of all, I like to clarify. I said before that 10% of the students increase. I meant to say that almost all students' grades increased by about 10%. So for our own points, high schoolers, they won't be able to really have the study skills that they need to do that for if they have homework in high school. And I highly doubt, as Brooke said, that that high school teachers would take it easy on them. I really don't think that they would take it easy on them because we're talking about almost adults basically, so about 15 and above. Also, there is a benefit. If you don't study at school, then if you need to study at your house and you don't study at school, that's something that you need and it's important to do well in school. And that's
All right. Everyone want to say bye? Thanks for joining us.